Good morning, beautiful. I do hope that this finds you well rested and ready to begin your day. It's your daily insight on life and love, your daily tarot and oracle for September 14th, 2021, also being timeless. So wherever you're catching it in time, this might be really relevant to something that is going on in your life. If not, enjoy the show. Leave. I don't know. Hang out. Hang out. I'm lonely right here. I need somebody to hang out with me. We're going to kick this off with what seems to be a challenge in change and something that you're not quite sure if you're ready to walk away from. And it seems like it's time to release, but there's resistance in it for you. You're willing to, you or somebody, let me clarify. There's somebody that is willing to juggle themselves and spread themselves then to the point of breaking. But I don't see it breaking yet. This is a very fine line they're walking. And it seems like, I feel like whoever this is, they feel like it's just their lot in life to just work and not see the fruits of their labor. That's not how this is supposed to be. But I see that there's a lot of investment in this. But there's a lot of investment bleeding out in this. That's very stressful. But I also see that there is a huge necessary change that is coming in, but the change is uncomfortable. That's why you're not ready to move on. You don't want to go through this comfort. The thing is, you're already uncomfortable. Why are you dragging this out? This does have means to an end. It ends when you say it does. There'll be a little bit of fallout from it, but at least that has an expiration date. This is not sustainable where it is. I'm being pulled to use another deck right now, so messages from your saints and angels. I think that's what this particular deck is. Yeah, saints and angels oracle cards. What do you need to know? Let's see. Move. You might be moving. You found it. You look deeper. Listen. You found what you're looking for. You know what you want. You know how to go after it. Now it's time to make your move. You have to look deep inside yourself, wouldn't you know it, to make this actual move for yourself. You have all the answers, all the tools, all the resources deep inside you for this. Don't think that you're hitting a wall with it. You're simply not. This, I want to get emphasis on the move, because a lot of people, this is going to mean different things, either moving on or physically moving. But I feel like if you are watching this, this might be an actual, literal, physical move of some sorts. Either you're moving career, you're moving to a new place, you're moving on even. Okay. Somebody and mother healing, purification, unconditional love. This is so funny. For some of you, I'm going to read this in the different ways because I cannot help myself on this. Some of you might be helping somebody move. You might be moving. Some of you might be moving in from a chaotic environment into a more peaceful environment, and that involves loving and nurturing. Some of you very well might be meeting up with their mother figure, whoever that is. It doesn't matter the gender or who it is. This is the maternal caregiver in your life. For a lot of you, this points to mom or mom issues, but this is going to be good for you. Whatever this change is, know that this is to deeply nurture you. Get your confidence back. This is ridiculous. I'm just going to keep going with this. Your confidence is coming back. Believe. Let's see. Emotions, commitment, signs from above. Baby, you're watching this video. This is your sign. You cannot tell me that this is not dancing all around you. You are triumphant. You are safe to travel. Now rest. and know that you are loved, and know that forgiveness is yours. Do not compromise this. Don't let this put you back into a childlike state or childish fear state. Let your inner child come out. This is insane with all of those that just came out. I love this for you. There is a lot of messages that are coming through. You have a lot of things that are moving in your life, and you know exactly what you want, and it's okay for you to go after it. I have a ton of cards. This was so funny. I've barely used that deck in so long. But look, you have a commitment that is coming into play that needs you to step up right now. This commitment is yours. This commitment is something that you genuinely love, and that you can rest your head easy that this is going to be fulfilled. Wherever you go, you are going to be safe. You have won. You have to believe that this is it for you. I really sincerely feel like you've just been through your own personal battlefield. Whether it's fear, whether it's huge sense of lack, whether it was huge imposter syndrome, maybe you were feeling like you're the only person on the planet, and I'm not marginalizing that at all. I know what it's like to feel like there's nobody in the world, even if you're surrounded by others, and there's no feeling of connection. I know what that's like. You're not crazy. This is talking about the next step for you, and it's beautiful. You're going to have this reason to believe. You're going to have your confidence. I feel like you're going to be on the other end of this emotional spectrum, and you're not going to fall down like you did in the past. I also feel like that was a power struggle with whoever this, for a second I thought I had the Queen of, this ungrounded chick. It's genderless. It's genderless. But look, I knew I had a queen here. I knew that she was upside down. Somebody who's incredibly ungrounded. And somebody who is very combative. You're getting away from your own personal battle, and you're going towards something that really can move forward with you, that your heart is overflowing towards. I see that you are moving towards what seems to be very nurturing energy. You are going towards that beautiful divine nurturer. And this is the cup that is being offered. You're not holding yourself back. All of these cards are in perfect order. This is stupid ridiculous. Don't forget, your individual storyline will always be more detailed, in-depth, intense. So if you have questions about booking a session, whatever my sales are that are going on, and I do have a sale going on, reach out and ask questions. Definitely let me know where you are in the world so I can see what I can do to finagle it. I work with people who have 14 hours ahead of me. That, I think, has been the most extreme for me, but you can always work it out. You don't want to see this cup that Spirit is giving you. You don't feel like you deserve it. Your world came crashing down. I'm ridiculously excited for you. This has been such an emotional battlefield for you. I'm not even kidding. Why am I fangirling over this reading so much? Everything that you endured was a karmic lesson. And let's see, the cycle is complete. Again, when you say it is complete, you are somebody who's going through a creative rebirth. You are going through a rebirth. You're tying off all loose ends of the previous chapter right now, and you have to decide what it is that you want to feed. It's time for you to let yourself recover. And that's why this is saying you are going to a place where you can be taken care of. You have the Two of Cups energy here. This, I feel like, is a complete life chapter reading, and what you're moving on to, that is divinely resourceful and very giving towards you. It is so important that you're in the state of giving. You have, in the state of receiving. There's something that you are going to be giving, but that is the initial plug-in, what this feels like. And then I see the Two of Cups. I think I hear the cat trying to open up my office door. Please don't do that. I don't want to pause this, but I will. I don't want to though. All right, what do you need to know? Things are going to be looking up. And this is a very teachable moment. There is a huge lesson to be learned from this, and I actually want to look at, oh my God. Okay, a deep soul bonded connection. Very interesting. Be very careful. Hang on one second. I gotta go let this kitty in the office or else I'm gonna have hell to pay. Well, I was going to let the cat into the office. However, this is the one that likes to climb on my desk and knock over all of my cards. And no, not doing that right now. So we have soulmate and watch your thoughts. All of this is a huge learning lesson. This is involving a very deep soul bonded connection in your life. This can be romantic. This can also be a soulmate that shows up in other ways. They show up as friends. They show up as family. They even show up as pets. They even show up as opportunities. You are meeting people or reconnecting, with people who are of your tribe. So, what is the learning lesson in this? It's a soulmate relationship. You have to make the final decision on it. Say yes. Say yes to change, say yes to growth. This is saying that your decision is working in your favor. It is safe for you to say yes and to allow yourself to move on and to agree with this, to be part of all of this. And don't let anything derail you. You are going to be met with challenges and old blocks that are creeping up on you. It is not you, and it is not where you are. These are the echoes of what seems to be the challenging years before. All the imposter syndromes, all the times where your authority has been put into question, or when people took that authority away from you and they saw all of this. So it's time for you to recognize exactly where you are, everything that you have come to overcome, and that you have faced. You're not naive. You're not inexperienced to life. And this is telling you to not let anything derail you and tell you otherwise. All right. So that's what to watch out for. What do you have to look forward to? What are some key motion notes that are going to be like checkpoints for you to keep going? I'm curious, because this is a ridiculous reading. Okay, unfinished symphony. Something that is not over. Whatever this person is in your life, it is not over. And these harsh circumstances, these challenges, this made you think that it wasn't for you. You had so much work to get done. You're going to be met with even more challenges. The closer you get, the more that this is going to come to a head for you. The closer you get, the more intense that this is going to be. This isn't over. Whether it's the closure of the past, I think that that's going to be something that phases out from that into whatever this is. But also, whatever isn't over, I feel like there's been a lot of hardship which filled you with self-doubt. This I feel like you had so much responsibility on your shoulders. I think that you had so much as far as obligations go. I feel like there was too little of you and not enough time and not enough resources. Why is this coming up now if this is what you are supposed to be looking for, Spirit? It doesn't make sense. So why is this coming up now? Okay, because you're going to be faced with all what seems to be those challenges. Those are going to be brought up either through experience or by somebody vocalizing it. This is still not nearly as bad. So when you're having the confrontational communication, it is not a challenge to you. It is a challenge to show how you've overcome something. And it's something that actually should keep you very positive. TikTok, this could also be involving signs and synchronicities from that particular thing, but that's a very select few. The only reason why I say this is because there's millions upon millions on there, and that has become quite the thing. And also it's standing out in my head right now towards this. You're going to be faced with a lot of uncomfortable healing situations in this. That is also what this is talking about. So as you get better and as you face what seems to be fallout of what was the unfinished symphony, there you go. I see the truth coming out, and I see that something is going to begin again. So there's somebody who's coming back into your life, if not right now, down the road. And oh my God, I'm remembering something right now. Oh, this is hitting home for a few people. Let me know if this is hitting home for you, because I'm crazy intrigued. Okay. I gotta send this to somebody once it's uploaded. Oh, this is cool. The between worlds. Yes, you are in transition. Yes, this is happening. And what happens if you follow the guidance and you face your fears and have those uncomfortable conversations? Right now we have the in-between worlds. You are still in transition to wherever your landing point on this particular situation is going to be. The opportunity is going to present itself to you, and you don't have to fight for it. You are literally in free fall towards it. And you drilling through to it rather than letting yourself be flown into free fall to it, it's going to be overkill. You're going to bury yourself in it. You don't need to do that. Man. Another reason why we're seeing TikTok on this is because not only you, but the other side to this is there's something about a regeneration. Somebody is feeling lost. I don't think it's you. I think it's whoever else this is. I feel like this person knows that they feel your energy. Either you've been keeping tabs. Somebody's been keeping tabs on the other person. Either one or both. It'd be so funny it was both. If it was both. But at least one person is keeping tabs on the other. It might be both parties keeping tabs on the other without the other person's outward acknowledgement. But this was done in such a timely manner. A lot of things had to come apart. So this is also still talking about that. This is why you don't want to drill it in. This is why it has to go in free fall. And it's the energies that are connecting. It's not ready just yet. It's going to happen through the free fall towards this. That's why you can't drill towards it. And there still needs to be a lot of disassembling of what seems to be previous tribes, engagements, friendships, family ships, relationships, all of those. The breakups are still going through. All right. Okay. So if you're not drilling into this, if you're not being pushy, if you're not doing anything other than letting yourself flow through this, be completely authentic and transparent when the communication and opportunity calls for it, what do you have to look forward to? Come on, spirit out with it. Oh man, I made a really funny Instagram post the other day talking about how Oracle is different than Tarot. And it was a Golden Girls reference. I don't know. You got to check it out. Go to my Instagram, check it out. It's funny, it's witty, it's sarcasm. I love sarcasm. Okay, so. Okay. The likely result is something coming apart, an easier point in your journey. You're going to be happy. There's a lot to talk about. And also there's a point of talking about disloyalty too. A lot of conversation has to happen. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to have conflict, and that is beautiful. Let this fire burn, because while it seems like it kills off so much, it revitalizes the ground. It actually reinvigorates the soil of which you're going to be growing these new seeds. So with that, we have, don't run away from this. Imagine all that this could be and start communicating that and start building that foundation. We have, it's not time to run from this. Don't let yourself go back to sleep. And we finish this off with deep knowing. There's a ton of cards in this. I am completely in love with today's reading. This is beautiful. You're waking up. You're facing the challenge. You are reconnecting with somebody in your life who is a huge importance to you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, maybe even physically, based off of the Page of Wands. That Page of Wands, it's pretty hot. You are going to go through the thick and thin with this particular person in your life. This is a very deep soul bonded connection. And this, I do see the conflict, but it's not a conflict of interest. It is just conflict that needs to be worked out. Miscommunication is not going to be encouraged through this. Is this how I want to leave this reading? I feel like I can't. I feel like I have to pull something else. Okay. I don't know. I'm using this deck. It's messages from your spirit animal, I think. So this is going to be so wild, and this is what seems to be somebody leading somebody else, paying attention to whatever their wisdom is, letting themselves be strong, letting themselves change. And I feel like it's a huge sense of community. Be very careful about what you're planting, because it is requiring work. And while it looks beautiful, sweet, and all of these things, it can be rather intense. It is not something to be messed with. It has a beautiful tune, and it is setting up very deep roots. Very interesting reading. I keep saying very. Okay. What's this? I don't know why I haven't ended the reading yet either. I don't know. It's not how I normally do this. Put your fears in the God box. You do need to talk to God, spirit, source, all of that, even more right now. If you don't know how you're going to get through this, that is because you're trying to micromanage it. You don't know how you're going to get to the landing spot while you're in free fall. You got to give that to God. You have direction. You have wisdom. You have capability. You have all of this inside of you. And this is not anything, again, that you have to drill into the ground. Let yourself go to where you're being led. You're not being deceived. You were deceiving it yourself in the past by trying to stay in some sort of crazy unhealthy situation or mindset. And now that you've broken away from it, yes, you do need to talk about it, but yes, it is something that is forgivable. And yes, this is going to be something that allows you to move on. And if you heard that ding in the background, that might be validation for you. So, my beautiful dear, if you have questions about booking a session, go ahead, reach out in the DMs. And if you have questions about any of the services I provide, go ahead. I have a lot of services I provide. There is a coronavirus sale that is going on. Ask me questions about it. Definitely let me know your time zone. And until next time, stay safe, have fun, and know that you are greatly loved and appreciated. Bye for now. Take 3. I'm not sure what's going on with this message. It apparently is very difficult to get out. If you're coming across this, chances are this is a really important message from Spirit to you, because this is screwed up 3 times. Not sure what's going on. So stick around. Let me know if it resonates. If it doesn't, I don't know. Somebody's emotionally unstable. Okay, somebody's refusing to open their eyes while you are trying to keep your composure, stay in control. This is 2 very different ends of the emotional spectrum here. Somebody is incredibly unhinged and somebody is trying to keep themselves self-contained. If this is you, chances are you're freaking out underneath the surface. But nobody outside of you could tell. You are calm, cool, and collected as a cucumber. Again, know what's going on underneath the surface. Somebody is rattling in their space boots. What do we got here? Look, this is what we're looking at here. 2 tens, a king and a queen. One is on her butt. And again, it's genderless. Why are you doing this to yourself? Why? This is not going to make you happy. This is too much of a burden in one particular situation, and it seems to be that you got to cancel something out. Something has got to come to a close. There's a new cycle that is begging to start in your life, and it is about to start now. So there's 2 very different ways that this can go. You can either get there freely, or you can get there kicking, screaming, and crying and exhausted because everything started bottlenecking because somebody, not pulling the blame here, was dragging their feet. I know how it goes. I know what it's like to drag my feet. I know how scary it is to make that decision and just be like, you know what? I can't do this. Yeah. You're going to kick yourself if you do not go through with making this change. And this is genuinely for your happiness. This is a risk that is worth taking in your life. And as long as it's not illegal and it's not a danger, a physical danger to you or anybody else, what's to stop you? There's literally nothing to stop you in this one. This is a huge opportunity for abundance, a brand new cycle. We have a brand new cycle dominating this one, but it's really playing on your fears. It's time for you to get out of your head. Do not talk yourself out of this. You've been wanting this change for so long. Don't let your nerves get the best of you. Push through it. It's going to take some effort, but it's worth it. Hey there, gorgeous. We're going with Rider-Waite right now. Actually, no, forget it. I'm getting pulled to Wisdom of the Oracle, so let me just put those together and we're going to go back to here. All right. I apparently had to change directions in this, so what do you need to know? What is the Wisdom of the Oracle? I need you to hear right now. I was listening to some awesome mentors who I've been listening to for years, decades even, before I started recording. The entire audio cut out, and it was not picking back up. Definitely wasn't supposed to hear that message today, but here you are coming across this, so this might be something that you need to hear. Now, let's see what's up. These mini reads are in a theme. Oh, there's a window of opportunity being open to you. This has a huge chance of making your life easy. I want you to jump on this. You've crossed the finish line. There's love all around this. There's freedom that is beyond this. The owl is a symbol of death. Not literal, figurative. So it's standing on top of a mask. It's time for this mask to come off. It's time for this time under the mask to die out. You're entering into what seems to be your honey pot at the end of the rainbow. I can take that. All right. It's not even just like you don't have control. This has been manifesting for a while. So the law of cause and effects, law of attraction, law of compensation, these are all things that are in effect right now. This is literally for you. That's why it's saying come to the edge. Come to the edge and look and see what you have brought into development. So final card about what the outcome of this situation is potentially going to be. Rest and recovery. Sleep. Time for a nap. You want to know what this makes me think? This makes me think that you have exhausted yourself fighting so hard. And you know, when you get to the finish line, when the war is over, when everything is all said and done, you're going to realize how much strength and endurance it took to get through that. And now it's time to replenish your resources, and life is going to make itself a lot easier for you moving forward so that you can replenish those resources. It's a time to lack stress. I hope that made sense. Hey, we're going to get a message from the Halloween Oracle deck. If you have somehow stumbled, found your way across this, or if you just sought me out and watched the videos in sequence, hey, let's go. This message might be for you. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. We're going to see what Spirit wants to tell you. All right, what's this? Protection. You either use it or you lose it. The love and legacy of our DNA. And we're going to go with this final one. The lamp, remembrance. Remember who you are and what you came from. Now, for some people, that is going to be either encouraging or terrifying, or a place that you're just not going to go back again. And those are perfectly fine. This is probably talking about you breaking these generational traumas, standing up for right, integrity, empowerment. And I feel like this is something that has been on your nerves. Speaking the stories of what you've endured, speaking of points of where you have been jeopardized or others have been jeopardized. It's time to hold people accountable for their actions, whether it's neglect, abuse, whether it's completely non-existent in your life. I feel like it is that kind of challenging feeling. But I do see that this is a huge breakthrough with you and whatever your legacy is. Remember how strong you are and where you came from, your stories of perseverance, and that you are literally built to outlast this and to change direction in life. So the protection, the love, and the legacy, this is an opportunity that is being open to you to, I guess, share your story, share the stories of loved ones if this is not in that challenging field. This is keeping some sort of a spark alive. This is two ends of that spectrum. But I do feel like a lot of you are facing the challenge of overcoming generational trauma and pains. So what this is saying is, even if your knees are shaking, even if you're afraid of the repercussions, nobody can hurt you. Nobody's going to hurt you. And you're going to have a lot of memories flooding back, and it's coming up for you to release. It's not to scare you, it's to encourage you. And there is a huge sense of being alleviated after this, relaxing, overcoming. It's beautiful. Hey there, beautiful. If you're coming across this, chances are you need a message from the Halloween Oracle. So if you're stumbling across this, or if you sought this out, listen with an open heart and an open mind. We have Lady de los Muertos, acceptance and equality. Hopefully I pronounced that right. My Spanish is a little iffy. I really do need to work on that. Let's see, what do you need to know right now? So we have acceptance and equality, hearth, happiness in our hearts and homes, And then we have the skeleton, strength. Do I want any more? Okay, I'm gonna take that. Do I even know what it is? Joy. You're not going to be happy until you fully accept yourself in all aspects of your life. There's not a soul on the planet who can bring out that happiness and joy in you. There might be catalysts, there might be conduits of healing. However, this is all on you. Anybody can tell you anything under the sun. Now, somebody might say a magical cluster of words or present a space for you to feel safe where it clicks into place and you can step into this, but it's actively you who's doing it. So what this is saying is find your peace and joy and accept and love yourself for every place that you have been mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, all those places in your life. And actually, I want to get more on that because this is truly what you're made of. You are made of strength, and I know that you're probably tired of hearing about that. I know that you're probably tired of hearing how perseverant you are. It gets exhausting. When are we going to get to the good stuff? And I got to tell you, it's happening very, very soon, if not this minute. So, how can you love and accept yourself for where you are and who you've been in this life? What does it even mean to be authentic? Okay, illumination. What sets you apart from everyone else? This is going to take some real inventory with you. I know what authenticity means. It is you, the real you shining through. But you have to figure out who that is, because I feel like part of you has made yourself palatable for other people to accept you. And it's exhausting at this point. And now the real, authentic you needs to find themselves and bring it out. And you know what? It's going to come from a place of wisdom and get out that playfulness of your youth. It's going to be quite a trip. If you're coming across this, you need to get a message from, well, right away. So, what brings you here? Did you seek out the page? Have I come across your For You page? Something feels like it's being avoided. It's unobtainable. We're going to have to see and find out. All right. What do you need to know? Again, this is general collective. Do not force this to fit. If it resonates, awesome. If not, I don't know. Go about your day. Enjoy your breakfast. Enjoy your lunch. Okay. So it feels like somebody is avoiding... Somebody's avoiding working on something as a way to maintain and control the situation, control themselves, and it does feel rather karmic. There is truth that needs to come out in this scenario, and this is about relationships. This may be trauma from past relationships that you do not wish to work on at this point in time. That acknowledging that it was messed up is enough, and that's not. There's a lot that needs to be processed. So, the truth about this upset and whatever the connection is, it is going to come out. It needs to be talked about, it needs to be dealt with, and why is this happening? It does feel rather karmic. It does feel like something that has rattled you deeply emotionally and also rocking your security, your sense of security, not maybe financial, but your emotional foundation. So what are we looking at? Codependency. You're closed off. You can't even see the results of all of this right now. I see that you don't want to look at this, or somebody does not want to look at this because it feels like they will lose all sense of control. It looks like somebody is trying to not have something about them revealed because they feel that it's shameful, when it is merely trying to set them free. So, what is the advice? You're the magician. You can't lie your way out of this. I'm not calling you the liar. This is either you or somebody in your life How can you finagle around somebody who's emotionally unstable? This is the best way to go around this. And let's see. Your wish is my command. You're going to have the outcome that you want to this. You're going to have peace and resolve. But honesty with the Magician needs to come forward. If you're coming across this, chances are you need a message from Rider-Waite. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. We're going to see what you need to know if you've come across this. Karmic lesson. It's okay. Dead seeds are going to be coming up right now. You're going to be glad that it's over. Keep moving forward. What I'm seeing here is there is a lot to be learned in this. The lesson is already learned. There's nothing that can be avoided. And I think that you're going to get a real hit of reality when you see that this is no longer taking root, and it is a major pressure off your back. So what is this involving? Ten of Cups. This can be involving relationships, family situations, deep emotional connections, ones that have left you feeling out in the cold and controlled. Very interesting. The Empress is completely on her arse. This is something I do see that you are breaking away from. And it does show the potential of hardship or stressors with it, just based on this alone. But I also feel like this is okay for you, because this is more illusion brought in by what seems to be the Empress who's on her head and the Devil card. It's very controlling and fear-based. So this, what I'm seeing here, is changes in what seems to be either your family or what you would consider to be your tribe. So, with all that said and done, what's on the other side of this? Okay, what is this? Very new, passionate step taken towards what? Something that is worth fighting for and that you are terrified of losing. It is a new beginning with something or someone in your life. Beautiful. I love this. Congratulations. You're going to face what seems to be potential stress to get to something that is worth fighting for. And I see that you're very defensive of it, and I see that you're going to be defending it. And there's nothing holding you back except for your fear, but I see you taking the leap because it's in your heart. Congrats.